Hello everyone, I'm Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to say become properly in Chinese. Last week we analyzed John Cena's Chinese and he used 变成 to say become in the following sentence.
你会变成成功。
In this context, you cannot use 变成 even though it has the meaning of becoming. So in this video, we will find out how to say become in Chinese accurately. Let's go! To know how to say become in Chinese, the first thing is to see what word comes next to the word become. If it is a noun and the subject becomes the object, we use 变,变成 or 成为 变,变成 or 成为 Don't worry, I will tell you the differences between them later. If it is become plus a complement, which in most cases are adjectives, we use 变 or 变的 变 or 变的 So right now, let's see how do we choose the right word to use when it is used with a noun. Firstly, let's take a look at this picture. 变 this word has the meaning of transform, change, or turn. And 是 is to be in a specific state. So let's see how to distinguish these words. When there's a noun coming along with become, and in that sentence, the change aspect is more emphasized, you can use 变 or 变成, 变 or 变成. But we usually use 变成 in speaking, and 变 usually appears in news headlines or in refined writing styles. Okay, firstly, let's see some examples of 变成.
如果见不到，就会随着时间变成回忆。
如果见不到，就会随着时间变成回忆。如果见不到，就会随着时间变成回忆。If you cannot meet the person, as time goes by, the person will become a memory.
我希望你能信守你的诺言，完成我的愿望。
什么愿望？
本来是一个，现在变成两个。
本来是一个，现在变成两个。本来是一个，现在变成两个。Originally, it was one. Now it became two. Okay, now let's see an example of 变 plus a noun. You can see this news headline. It reads, 歌手变演员，歌手变演员, which means a singer became an actress. It uses 变 because news headlines should be written in more refined style. Alright, after knowing the difference between 变 and 变成, let's see the next word, 成为. When noun comes next to become and the end state is more emphasized, then you use 成为. It's related to the meaning of the characters. You can interpret 成 as the into of turn into, and 为 has the meaning of to be. So 成为 means to be into that end state. So although 成为 is still referring to a change, it's just that the change aspect is not emphasized as much as that in 变成. Let's take a look at some examples of 成为. 我想成为老师。我想成为老师. I want to become a teacher. The whole point of this sentence is that I want to be a teacher, so it emphasizes the end state of being a teacher, 老师, so we use 成为.
再宣布，王志忠与陆佳敏正式成为合法夫妻。
正式成 为合法夫妻，正式成为合法夫妻。The couple officially became lawful husband and wife. Here, also, the point is to be lawful husband and wife, so we use 成为. Okay, next, let's learn how to say become when there's a complement coming along. So when there's a complement coming along with become, for example, pretty, 漂亮, smart, 聪明, and so on, you can use 变 or 变的, 变 or 变的. Here are some rules for you to help you to choose the right one. First, if the complement is a one-character word, like 白, 瘦, 胖, 高, etc., then you should use 变, like 变白, 变瘦, 变胖, 变高. Second, if the complement is with modifiers like adverbs 很 or 非常 and so on, usually we use 变的. Remember, I say usually because sometimes people still use 变. Okay, let's take a look at some examples of 变 plus a complement.
你没事可以坐轮椅出去活动一下，不然等到腿好了，身材却变胖了。
不然等到腿好了，身材却变胖了。不然等到腿好了，身材却变胖了。Otherwise, when your legs recover, you will get fat.
你怎么会在这儿？
我是要变漂亮，不是要变小。
我是要变漂亮，不是要变小。我是要变漂亮，不是要变小。I want to become pretty, not become small. And here are some examples of 变的. Remember that when the complements are with modifiers, like adverbs, we usually use 变的。变的。哪里变了？
变得比以前开朗了。
变得比以前开朗。变得比以前开朗。You became more cheerful than before.
常忘记自己洗过澡，一天会洗好几次，洗到皮都脱了。
哇塞，那好像变得很严重。
好像变得很严重。好像变得很严重。It seems to have become very serious. Okay, after learning how to say become in Chinese, now let's have a quick recap. So when become comes before a noun and the subject becomes the object, there are three options for us. If it is more emphasized on the change aspect, you can use 变 or 变成, 变 or 变成, and orally we usually say 变成. 变 is usually used for refined writing styles, and 成为 is more emphasized on the end state instead of the change aspect. As for become plus a complement to describe how the subject becomes, we use 变 or 变的。变 or 变的. If the complement is one character word, we use 变. But if the complement is with modifiers like adverbs, usually we use 变的。变的。Okay, so about the example we mentioned at the beginning of this video, John Cena said, 你会变成成功. You will become successful. But here, 成功 successful is a complement to describe how you, 你 become. So here you have to use 变 or 变的. Alright, that's pretty much it. And after this lesson, if you want to practice, I will put some English sentence in the comments, and you can try translating them and choosing the right become words to use. If you practice them in the comment section, I will check your answers and tell you if you get them right. Okay, then I will see you next time. Bye!